Hello everyone, I'm the Analyst 32, and this is MLS Week in Review. So after this weekend, the MLS is back in full swing. We had a full slate of games on Saturday and Sunday like we normally do. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the standings are in the Western Conference. We have Colorado sitting back up there at 31 points still. We got FC Dallas in second, RSL in third, Sporting Kansas City in fourth, Vancouver in fifth, the Galaxy in sixth, San Jose in seventh. Portland has dropped down to 8th, Seattle in 9th, and Houston in 10th. Right now in the Western Conference, teams are really compact between 8th and 3rd. RSL this past week only managed to get a point in their match against Portland, and the big mover was Sporting Kansas City, who jumped up into 4th place after their win over FC Dallas. In the East, Philadelphia is still in first. The Red Bulls are in second. NYCFC back up to third. Montreal in fourth. Toronto in fifth. Looking at seventh below the red line, DC United have dropped down. Orlando City have dropped down. Columbus and Chicago still hold up the rear. Looking at the results of this past week, NYCFC with a 3-2 win over the Philadelphia Union at home, which was huge for NYCFC. You got to see Frank Lampard finally get some play. He got an assist and a goal. Got a standing ovation coming off. David Villa added to his goal total for the year. It was just an overall decent performance, even though they almost gave it up late by NYCFC. Vancouver lost to the Revolution at home 1-2. Kind of shocked to see that. Vancouver hasn't been playing all that well, at least coming out of the break. Orlando City and San Jose drew 2-2 in an emotionally filled game due to the shootings in Orlando, and their tribute to them was rather nice. They had about 49 seats with empty seats with balloons tagged to them and the gay pride colors. It was moving. It was definitely moving, and it was nice to see out of Orlando. And there's tributes all over MLS this weekend towards that. Toronto beat LA 1-0, which is a big result for Toronto. It keeps them in the upper, or at least in the top 6 of the East. The Galaxy could have expected to do a little bit more. It did lower their goal differential a little bit, but the Galaxy are just getting out of the blocks a little bit slow here. Colorado beat Chicago 2-1 at home. Chicago put up a decent fight. I kind of was expecting Colorado to pull away a little bit more, but it didn't end up happening. Houston drew with DC United 0-0. Houston really grinding out a few matches here and still managing to pull some points away. We'll see if they'll be able to get some wins here down the stretch to get them out of the cellar. RSL and Portland, like I mentioned earlier, drew 2-2. Portland had the lead for this match on multiple occasions and then just kept letting RSL back in. They gave up a penalty late, which really was kind of a pathetic penalty call on Jermaine Taylor. Barely touched the guy. He goes down in the box, and yeah, it was bad. But, you know, it's MLS refs. If you leave it in the hands of those refs, they will find a way to screw you. So you have to just make sure that you win by a comfortable amount so that way it doesn't happen. On Sunday, like I mentioned, Sporting Kansas City beat FC Dallas 2-0. Sporting Kansas City kind of got screwed in this match. Or not Sporting Kansas City. FC Dallas kind of got screwed. Sporting Kansas City got away with one. There was an errant back pass that the goalie missed. And the refs weren't, assistant referees and the main referee just weren't paying enough attention. The goalie had to rush back and try to kick it out of his own goal. It did manage to go over the line if you look on instant replay. Luckily, ESPN and others have goal line technology now and have put cameras on the goal line so you can really see how badly they screwed up. But man, that assistant referee just couldn't get down there. He was out of shape and just couldn't sprint to get there to make the right call. So Sporting Kansas City got away with giving up a goal there and end up getting the clean sheet. And the Red Bulls get another result, beating Seattle 2-0 at home at Red Bull Arena. The Red Bulls have just been playing really well and are starting to look like that they might move closer and closer to defending their crown as the team with the most points in MLS this year and getting that supporter shield. All right, so looking at the stats that I wanted to come out with and show you guys here going into this next week. One of the big ones, let's go ahead and look at the top 5 scores. David Villa got another goal to continue to have the lead at the top of the scorers list with 11 for NYCFC. Audi is sitting at 9. He got a goal for Portland this past weekend. Bradley Wright-Phillips still at 8 goals. Giovinco still at 8 goals. And Piatti at 8 goals. If you look at assists, Justin, I honestly don't know how to say this guy's name for the Red Bulls. He's actually been one of their bigger players over the years. But I just... a poor American who can't pronounce names very well. He has 8 assists on the year, though. He has been a huge distributor for the Red Bulls and has really come on these past few matches in leading this team to higher heights in the standings in the Eastern Conference. Oduro for Montreal has 5 right now. Plata for RSL is sitting at 5 as well. Giovinco hitting it up with 5 assists to go with his 8 goals. And McNamara for NYCFC sitting at 5 assists as well. So let's go ahead and look at this other stat that's pretty big, which is kind of surprising why the Galaxy are sitting in 6th place right now and not further up in the playoff standings. The LA Galaxy have had the fewest shots per game in MLS with 10.79, and they still have the highest goal differential in MLS right now of +10, which is rather impressive. They're sitting at like 5 and 6 in terms of wins and draws, so they've had multiple opportunities to keep their goal differential up. Looking at matches to watch for this weekend. Obviously, Wednesday, this is going to be coming out after the Wednesday matches, but pay attention to the score lines of RSL versus the Red Bulls and the LA Galaxy versus the Colorado Rapids. One, it's hard to win at Rio Tinto Stadium, so the Red Bulls will have their work cut out for them. Also, the Galaxy are playing at home against Colorado. Colorado obviously being one of the hotter teams in MLS continuously, and it'll be a tough test for the LA Galaxy, especially without Robbie Keane in the lineup, etc. So looking at Saturday's matches you'll want to pay attention to. DC United is playing against the New England Revolution. This is fighting for that, about the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference. Pay attention to that. We also have RSL playing FC Dallas at FC Dallas. This is a huge match, another top 3 matchup of the Western Conference, playing against each other down in Frisco. Plata has been playing really well for RSL, and they've managed to get some goals in. They're still without Kyle Beckerman, who had a terrible match against Argentina in the Copa America, which I should put out a video about that here pretty soon. But pay attention to this match. It's going to be big. For San Jose versus LA coming up next, this is another California Classico at its best. LA with 2 games this week, so it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back depending on their result against Colorado on Wednesday. And San Jose are still playing without Wondolowski. And then Sunday, the only match on Sunday, it's going to be on ESPN2. Portland plays Houston. If Portland gets a good result here, it could bounce them up into the top 6 with how close everybody is in points in the Western Conference. Anyway, this has been MLS Week in Review. I appreciate you guys watching. You can follow me on Twitter at TheAnalyst32. You can follow my Facebook page, give it a like, TheAnalyst32 as well. You can definitely like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this content. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to this weekend in the MLS. Got a lot of good matchups coming up this week. Got a lot of fights to get up into the top 6 in both conferences, even if the East are lower on points right now than the Western Conference in most aspects. Definitely let me know what you guys think on that part, and have a great weekend. Enjoy the soccer that is happening. We got a ton of soccer between the Euros, between Copa America, and of course between the MLS schedule. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys on the other side of the pitch. Have a good one.